Hello, lovely ladies. This has been pretty hot in the group lately. Those last 5 pounds are so hard, or that last little bit is so hard. And so let's go ahead and solve it. So first, let me please confront the petite women in the group regarding the research review. A lot of questions in the DMs like, I am only 115 pounds plus or minus. That protein is so low. I just simply want higher protein for my lifestyle, not for a goal purpose, but just because they're saying, I just want this as a lifestyle. It's like, then increase your protein, right? That's totally okay. We're here as a lifestyle. We're not here to compete. We're not here to race to a finish line. Like, we're here to learn your body and find what works best for you so you can maintain a healthy, fit lifestyle and a healthy, beautiful physique that you love for the rest of your life. So that's okay if you want more, just bring it up. Okay. I pray my internet is okay. I apologize if there's any choppiness. It's been going in and out for some reason. So hopefully the message is conveyed very clearly to you ladies. Okay, so 3 questions we're going to ask around, are you plateaued, or how to get past those last little bit of pounds if the scale's not budging. So 3 questions. Number 1, are you dialed in enough with your macros? So we'll talk through a few things there. Number 2, does your lifting routine need adjusting? And number 3, are you truly plateaued? Because if the first 2 are taken care of and there's no like serious underlying health conditions, your measurements will still be changing in the right direction, but your weight is plateaued. If everything is plateaued, you need to focus on the first 2, okay? And you can always chat with me if you have specific questions too, or put it in the comments. Okay. Number 1, not being dialed in enough with your macros. This could be not being on the right macros for you, or it could be how you're tracking. I think, to be honest, probably 90% or maybe more, probably more, women who come into Queens of Iron, they are actually not tracking properly. And they feel they're super consistent with their macros and everything's going great. They've gotten themselves, really far up to a certain point, and then they're like, I can't get myself past this. And so we actually go through a lot of macro changes. These changes I just discussed yesterday on a live video. So if you want me to tag you in that, put macro tracking tips, and we walk through a lot of stuff there. So that's like compliance is another thing, really getting into compliance. I see a lot of women in the group saying, I'm totally over on this one. I'm under here, just kind of all over the place. Is that okay? And others are saying, yeah, it's fine. That's a great one to be over. I disagree personally. For those who have a specific goal and really want to learn a healthy and fit lifestyle that they can actually sustain. Oh, goodness. Did you guys hear that? Sorry. Hopefully that was my cat and not something scary. Let me check really quick. That was a little scary. Okay. Whoa, sorry. Okay, my gosh, that was a huge bang. So anyway, I disagree, because then your body is actually going to be going up and down. And so then how do you know if those macros are right for you? You won't, because you'll be bloated someday. Your body's going to be like, wait, I was getting used to being really efficient here, but now you're throwing this other macro, and then the next day it's this other macro. And so there's no like steady regulation with your body. So I would not recommend that. At least in the beginning, while you're getting to your goal, reversing up, learning to maintain it. Maybe after then you can do that. And you can get off macros at that point if you'd like. They're always a great fallback. But for the time being, it's like, just take it steady, learn your body, get consistent results, and then go more into the up and down, if ever. Okay, cool. Let's see. And if you have any questions on topics that come up, you want me to talk more on it, just let me know. I do want to share one thing that could also be causing you to think you're consistent in macros, but aren't really, and you're weighing correctly, tracking correctly, but maybe a few other underlying things. Taking bites of your kids' food, cooking and not tracking the oil. I use pan spray. I don't track the pan spray. I'm not going ham, right? I definitely use a decent amount. I don't track it. And so there's like maybe controversy there. I don't care. Anyway, so yeah, doing that, taking sips of things, like just all those small things over a week can really add up. And it's like, why spin your wheels? Exercise that disciplined muscle and just walk away from it. All right. Just like finances, the tighter you track your budget, the tighter or the better the results, right? Same thing. Okay, great. Now, one quick part I want to talk on this. So if you're not tracking the right macros for you, right? I say this a lot, ladies, but you got to keep hearing it. Calculators, no matter how exceptional they are, can only get you so far because they're designed for the masses, right? They're not designed for you, one individual, super duper unique, your own puzzle piece. We can't, otherwise it's not a calculator, right? No equation can do that. So if you have a computer or only an equation, like an app coach where it's only an equation, you're never really going to get the exact macros you need. You'll get close and you can get great results. But again, there's going to be the plateau before you're like, yes, this is what I've been looking for, right? Only a person who really understands the art and the science and can truly have an exact, I'm laying it out like this, from point A to point B, lifting and nutrition, that's who you need to find to really find what macros are for you, because that is the type of person that knows, okay? So it could be that you're not on the right macros. Okay, now that is a snippet into problem number one. So problem number one, quick recap, not dialed in enough. Consistency, how you track, you might not be on the right macros for you, okay? And these aren't bad things. It's just something to gain awareness of so you can fix it, so you can lose however much you want to lose and feel amazing in your skin and get rid of that block that is probably causing you a lot of frustration. The next problem I have definitely seen who are plateaued and are trying to get here and they're close and they started over here, but they're just stuck right here. You're doing HIIT, group fitness, online programs like Beachbody, Caroline Gerving, like just that style of training. The women I talk to, at least, it's not getting you the result that you're wanting to get, right? And so if your program's not designed to create the physique that you want, when you lose all the fat through your macros, you're like, but I don't like what I look like now. And it's like, right? Make sure you know exactly what your program is set to get you. You have to know that. It's so much more than just exercising. Fitness is great, you guys. Overall health is great. Don't get me wrong. I'm talking to the woman who wants to build this like feminine, gorgeous physique, which can only be done through a traditional style weightlifting program. I personally take the world of like physique development and bodybuilding, and I take my lifestyle philosophy here and I smash it all together. And I'm like, let's be fit and love our body and love our skin in a healthy and sustainable way. It's amazing, which is why I teach it to you, because we should all be able to achieve that. And it's so possible. It's so sustainable. So that's what I'm here to teach you. Okay. Yeah. Physique shaping style is far different. It's bubbly. It's just very feminine. But you choose what's best for you, right? You may want something different. That's great. Just make sure your program is set to get it. Okay. Third problem. I am very excited to talk through with you guys this one. I'm going to give you 3 client examples. All these clients are still with me, and all these clients are probably in a really similar, to an extent, place you are. And then I'll share a personal story about myself as well. So this problem is you have a fabulous lifting program and you are actually plateaued. But again, on the scale, your measurements are still going to be going in the right direction. You're still going to be becoming a more fit version of yourself, assuming you have the right program for you, lifting program. You're going to become a more fit version of yourself and keep building this body that you love. It takes time. Give it time. It's not overnight. You're literally reshaping your body. Like, it takes so much time. So just give it time. So your measurements will still be changing. It might not be every week. It might be every 3 to 5 weeks. That's okay. You're still changing, okay? So I love questions coming in. Keep them coming in at the very end. I'll answer all of them. I love it. I'll be here as long as you guys want. So yeah, measurements are still changing, but the scale itself has actually stopped. Now, before anybody says, who cares about the scale? It's like, I get it, but some people want the scale to go down, and that's okay. They can have that if they want that. They get to decide their own healthy body weight, nobody else. You get to decide your own healthy body weight, nobody else, okay? I think it's great to empower women to say the scale doesn't matter, it's how you look and feel. I totally agree. but I'm also going to honor what each woman wants. It's not my place to say you should want something different. So I don't. I help them achieve what they want. So anyway, so the scale has stayed the same. They want to drop. So I'm going to actually go through 3 client stories. They're all totally different. These women have been with me between 10 and 17 months, and all 3 of them have a long time to go. The shortest, I think she has 20 weeks maybe. The other ladies have like 2 years or more. So it's great. We have a lot of time to build. Okay, so my first gal, I'm not going to share their names. So she, I think she's lost now like 40 pounds or so, maybe a little bit more. I think about 40 pounds. And her body started to plateau. And so for her, it was a diet break. She needed a diet break. She needed to come out of a deficit and come to maintenance for a while. How did I know that? Mentally, she was just over it. She was tired. She wanted more food. She'd been dieting, quite some time. She was over it. She was creating a totally new identity, right? Dropping that much weight. Sometimes you are creating a total new identity, which is emotional time and healing and creation, right? So again, sometimes you need more food to process through all that, honestly. So I gave her a diet break. We came back, cut a little bit more. And then I was like, your body's telling us you need to reverse diet. So we reverse dieted up. She stayed in maintenance calories for, gosh, I could just look it up. Actually, I have it right here. Yeah. We've gone through a few cut, reverse maintenance, or not. Actually, we're not at, well, yeah. And then another cut. We're currently sitting there right now. Yeah. So I popped her up in maintenance and kept her there. So by the time she hit maintenance, it was, let's see, end of August. Yeah. And then we kept her there until January. So August, September, October, November, December. So like 4.5 months or so. And then she was like, I'm ready to go for a cut again. I'm like, sweet. So we cut her back down. I made a mistake, and I'm going to openly admit this mistake, and I'll never make this mistake again. I don't know how I possibly made this mistake, but for whatever reason that happened. I was like, oh gosh. I brought her right into the cut. And in the future, I should have like given her a block of a cut for 2 weeks, and then a block of a cut to get her down to that cut instead of just cutting it. Because mentally it's like, oh, this sucks, so she's a savage and she got through it great. But that was a mistake that I will not make again. Oops, sorry about that, love. All right. So then she started cutting and she started making great progress. Let me pull her back up. Started making great progress. Kept her in a cut. Yeah. And then, yeah. Okay. So we've gone through 2 cycles. So now I'm going to share not too intimate of the details, but this is huge for you guys. She was ready for a cut again right after maintenance, started making great progress. Then she's like, she's getting really close to her goal weight, and she started, like, to the best of my knowledge, it was above 200. Now she's getting to a very, very fit, healthy goal weight. And she said, I think I'm done here. I'm going to go to maintenance. And I'm like, okay, respecting you, but also I'm going to challenge you. It's like, why do you want to stop here? We're still toning her legs. They're coming in so beautifully, but legs take the longest on some women. And I think what we really broke down, again, not to share too much detail, but it was, can I actually do this? It's kind of scary to get that low. I haven't been that low since I just started college all those years ago. Right. So it's actually stepping into that really amazing body that can feel so scary because you've worked so long to get there. And now it's like a reality and you're like, wait, I don't know if I really want it. I don't know if I can do it. And it's like, come on, let's keep going. So that's, again, where the mental resilience and I was going to say improvements, but it's accepting a new identity. It's choosing and accepting a new identity. And you have to build that to have it. You can't take your body somewhere your mind hasn't gone. Cool. I still have brought her macros up, but we're going so slow to maintenance. She's almost there to a fabulous healthy weight that she chose, right? Okay, next woman. This woman is going to be 50 in a couple years. Fabulous woman. She was doing cardio, aerobics, eating healthy, not tracking macros before she came to me, on her feet all the time. And let me see how much she cut down. Her body totally changed. And same with her. It's her legs that are last, and they're changing. They're just going slow. So yeah, she came to me at 157, and she's so 2 check-ins ago, she was 139.8. So that's what, 16 pounds. Okay. Her goal was to be in the 140s, and we got her 139. I'm like, girl, and she's reversing up right now. But her body had plateaued at some point. I think it was, gosh, it really didn't plateau for all that long, like barely any. So let's see, 15 Jan, let's say 26 Feb, 2 months. But her measurements kept dropping down. Your measurements will keep dropping down. And when I told her, I said, this might be a healthy body weight for you. If your body doesn't want to drop, let's not force it. I never want to force your body to do something. If we have mastered your activity, your water, your sleep as much as we can, activity as much as we can, all the fitness, like all those small things, the tracking, right? All those small logistics. We have mastered all of that. There's no underlying health conditions, and your weight is staying where it's at, and it's a very healthy weight for your height. Then I'm like, your body might want to stay here. So we reverse diet, respect it, accept it, reverse diet. Bam, she started to drop again. So it could just be she needed more food. Could just be her body's like, I'm not going anywhere until you feed me more, or I want to chill here for a little bit. And then she dropped 5 pounds. And we're reverse dieting her to maintenance. She is good now, which is great. Okay. Yeah, but we're still toning her legs. We're still shaping those beautiful things. They'll come in. Okay. Next thing is, is that 3? No, where's my other? Oh yeah, here she is. Okay. One other beautiful type A woman who I adore and works very hard. All 3 of these ladies work very hard. She actually, I think, plateaued more than anyone I've ever experienced. And, but again, not in measurements. Her measurements keep dropping. It's just your weight, the scale. Okay, so let's see. So right here, yeah. So this beauty came to me really scared about food, eating really low calories, and we're still working through things. And again, like I'm going to keep some confidentiality, so I'm just going to kind of share like an overview, but also to educate and empower you guys. And I've gotten their permission first. Like I don't just share stories without asking. Never would do that. Yeah. So anyway, we've been working a lot on mindset, and for her, what she needs is very detailed communication about everything. And I'm like, great, let's do it. Like, what a beautiful opportunity to learn. But it also gives her peace of mind that she knows what's going on. And so let's see, what did we do? So I kept her there for just a little bit because, again, we were working on that mental piece. I couldn't bring her up quite yet. Measurements were still dropping, so we were still happy seeing results. Scale was staying the same. And so I picked my battles. I left that one be for a little bit. Then we've been reverse dieting, still working our way up, and measurements are still dropping. Glutes are growing a little bit. They're kind of up and down, which is great because we build them. And so having the up and down for glutes, I'm like, that's great. And so what I'm doing with her currently, because her weight currently is still plateaued, granted a lot of life things happen. She actually came out of the plateau and has come up 1 to 2 pounds. That's how small it is. But lots of life things have happened in between. And creatine. I love creatine, you guys. It's great. It's effective. It builds muscle mass. But if you kind of take some comfort and security in like having control over your changes, creatine might not be the best option at this time. So she started taking creatine. Everything started to go up naturally, as creatine does, not a bad thing. And it was like, we got to get off it. It wasn't worth it. She's so fit. She has a stunning physique. Honestly, it's gorgeous physique. We're just getting that teeny little bit of belly fat off. So it just takes time. So for her, I think I'm just going to keep pumping calories as much as I can, meeting her where she's at, giving all the love. And I think it will, it'll make all the difference every time. But again, she's still building and shaping her body, still getting fit and strong. Great. Guys, keep bringing the questions in. I'm going to share a quick story of my own that this may be what you're experiencing as well. This is different than these other ladies. So you might be experiencing this too. And so please, any questions, any comments, anything you want to talk about, send it and I'll talk about it. Okay, so here's what's been my situation. So after I had my baby, did the whole thing, right? Shaped my body, got fit, loved it, no problem. Then so my son just turned 4. Then maybe 4 months ago, I was like, I want to bring my set point down. I'm 5'8", and I was ranging between 145 and 150. Comfortably, felt great. I'm like, whatever, I like my lifestyle, whatever. And then I was like, no, I want to go like 143 to 145. And I'm like stacked. Not stacked like big, but I'm like, there's very little fat and I feel really good here. So here's what keeps happening. I hit it, great. And then I'm like, ooh, I'm overweight. I'm going to go out to eat a little bit more and, just splurge a little bit more. And then I go back up. I'm like, dang it. So I'm like, okay, back into a cut back down. And so now I realized I was doing that. I'm like, whoops. But at the same time, balance, it's like 2 pounds, but still it's like, I do feel really good, but it's like, sometimes you just have those times. That's okay. What's best for you? Only you can answer that, right? So just want to share with you a lot of different experiences, a lot of different situations and how we solve those. For me, my solution is self-discipline if I really want to stay on there. But this last time I came just a little bit up, like I knew what I was doing and I was just choosing to feed my soul a little bit. Like I was going through all these changes in my company, figuring out how to hire a trainer and just do all this kind of stuff and being a parent. I was like, dude, I just want to like be lenient in food for a little bit and give myself a little like love, kind of not like in food, but I hope you all get what I'm saying. And so I was like, who cares, balance. But now I'm like, okay, let's cut back down. All right, cool. Okay. So it says Facebook user, I think I told you guys, because you have to grant StreamYard permission. So if you want to do it so I can see your name, I'd love it. Or you can just put your name like dash, Nancy or whatever at the end, because I want to talk to you, not just Facebook user. So I've been complaining about 90% of the time with fitness and macros, and I was losing a decent amount every week. I have 6 more pounds to my goal, and it's slowed so much. I'm getting muscle definition. I know the scale is misleading. Yeah, this is exactly the problem. Yeah, this is exactly the problem. And so honestly, if you just came in, listen to the beginning of the video, because this is exactly what I talked about. Getting down. Oh, you said, let's see, you said you've been climbing about 9% of the time with macros. So I would check yourself. Are you tracking grams, milliliters, ounces, or are you tracking cups and tablespoons? How many grams of each macro per meal are you eating? If you don't know, problem number 1, actually problem number 2 of the other tracking. If you're banking your calories and eating a bunch in the evening or some random time during the day, problem number 3, the bites, using oil. So back to that. Are they the right macros for you? That's a huge question I would ask for you. Do you need to reverse diet? How long have you been on those macros? If you want to give me a bit more detail, I could probably help you more. Like how long you've been on those macros? What are those macros? What's your height? What's your lifting style? If you don't answer right now, because I'm like, tell me all these things, you can send me a DM or just comment it and I'll comment back to you. Yeah, tell me a bit more. I can definitely help you. Yeah, so, and then what's your style of lifting? I just said that. And then you may need a diet break. You may need to reverse. Cool, guys. Yeah, good question. I know. I feel you, ladies. All my love to you. I know it's challenging, but there's a solution. You just have to implement. Cool. Yeah, cool. Got you. Thanks. Sounds good. Beautiful, ladies. Great. Any other questions? Ladies, thanks for being here. I hope this solved your problem. What was your biggest takeaway? I'd love to hear. Is there something you took and can action? What was it? I want to help celebrate you. Cool. If you are in this position and you're like, I've done everything I can, I don't know what to do, and you're ready to take your lifestyle and your fitness, your nutrition, your results to the next level, send me a DM, tell me your goals, let's chat through them, and I'll share how myself and my team can help you get there. We love it. We're here to change lives and impact you for the rest of your life. Great. I don't see any more coming in. So yeah, if you're watching the replay or later, if you think of one, just comment and I'll come back and comment to you. Great, ladies. Have a great day. Thanks for being here.